Ever since I started photo mode perspective a year ago, I've been waiting for the day I get to talk about car photography. For those of you wondering if you've come to the right place to learn, well, here's some of my real life examples. My name is Mir, and here are some tips to improve your car photography using Forza Horizon 5. Your goal with positioning the vehicle is to flatter the vehicle. So depending on the car, you can do a side profile, a head-on shot, a quarter profile, and same thing from the back. My personal favorite is the quarter position, as this kind of gives a nice stance to just about any car you shoot. And if you're going to be using this position, make sure that the rims on the front wheel are faced towards the camera. Another thing to note is that most of these cars tend to sit kind of low to get the best looking shots. Shoot as if one knee is on the ground and the lens is at the same height as the side view mirrors. Depending on your lighting situation, it may make or break your image. Are you working with harsh lighting, soft lighting, nighttime lighting, the sun in front of the vehicle, behind the vehicle? Lighting ties in with the position of the vehicle. So if it's a daytime shoot, consider looking at where the sun is, and if it's at night, consider where your source of light is going to be. In Forza Horizon 5's photo mode, when you zoom out, this is your wide angle, and when you zoom in, this is your telephoto. When you use wide angle, there's something known as wide angle distortion, where your foreground and your background are separated. When you use telephoto, this is known as telephoto compression, where your foreground and your background are compressed, making it look like they're right next to each other. How I would suggest this for car photography is using wide angle to capture the car and the scene around it, and telephoto is specifically the car and pulling in the background. One thing I've noticed new photographers do is they tend to get into a habit early on of blurring out the background on every single picture that they take. I'm here to tell you that it's okay to not have background blur. How I would suggest you use it in car photography is when you're taking accent pictures, like pictures of the emblem, like specific shots of the vehicle. Use the background blur or bokeh in those instances. Motion blur is tied to your shutter speed. A faster shutter speed will give you more of a freeze frame look, and a slower shutter speed will give you more blur in your image. This of course applies to vehicles in motion. If you're using a camera or a phone, a good rule of thumb is the shutter speed. Make sure you match the shutter speed to the speed of the vehicle. So for example, if a car is going 50 miles an hour, use a shutter speed of 1/50 or 1/50th of a second. That should give you a good starting point. Play around with it from there to get the desired motion blur. Like this video if you found it useful, and I'll see you guys next time.